And yes, no, Cogna has enough hair for all three of us.
Yeah, so Cogna will turn up in the morning and greet you all. Ah, I see you're fitting right in. All got your lovely quarters that have been assigned to you.
I was gonna say, was he being sarcastic? Like,
Mm.
has he seen us trying to fit in anywhere?
uh, and he tells you what he has been doing yesterday. After reporting to the Stone Citadel, he went around talking to various smiths or various soul smiths, and has forged a ring for you guys out of some trophies that he took. So he will present to you. So he should please.
A ring? That seems really rude. For
I was good. Yeah, I was gonna say there's 4 of us.
Yep, but he just made one, or he had one made.
Seems rude.
It's from the Hydra that we beat up.
It is from the Hydra that you beat up.
Ooh.
Who's wearing the one ring?
Well, he's not wearing it. He just has it.
Yeah, I think Grail was making a one ring joke.
I was.
Indeed.
Who is
What
wearing
is-
the one ring?
Defeated the Hydra, does that mean strike the killing blow or just fight it to death?
You had to be involved in the fight,
Yeah, okay, cool.
so he can't use it. For example.
Say, if this one ring is anything like the other one ring, we should not give it to Rukka.
Yeah. But it's really good for Rukka, I'm gonna be honest. Like Rukka or Kridi. Actually, does anyone have any attunement spots open?
No. I do not believe so.
Because I know I have 3 slots. Is 3 still the max? We haven't got around that by being awesome.
Correct. Not
Yeah,
yet.
cool.
So I have my shield. I have the Staff of Healing. And the Cloak of Protection.
Yes. I have the prayer beads, I have my creepy bell, and the breastplate. Which I believe the breastplate's a achievement item, isn't it?
The adamantine
I don't
breastplate.
know if your breastplate is an attunement item. What's your
Don't
breastplate
think
do?
it is.
It's the mirror, one of the mirror image +1 with mirror image.
Yeah. Oh, does it cast mirror image a
Yes.
number of times per day?
Yes, it does.
Then yes, it is attunement.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah. If it gives you additional spell slots, it requires attunement. If it allows you to cast spells,
Yes, it's not.
then it doesn't.
Yes, I have a necklace that I can cast Spider Climb out.
Yes. Then
But
that would not require.
Well, you said my
Yeah, I made
shield
that
was.
here.
You said my shield requires attunement, and it casts
Mhm.
the spell. It doesn't give me extra spell slots.
Well,
no,
it lets you
as
cast it a certain number of times per day, though, right?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
what
that's
this
extra
means.
spell slots.
Extra spell
effectively.
slots, effectively.
Okay.
Or yeah, you get extra spells. Yeah. Indeed,
Anyway.
that would be
Rukka
right.
and Afanen, what do you have as achievement things?
I have the cloak of elvenkind.
Is that it?
Yep.
Is your sword attuned?
Nope.
So it doesn't. Once attuned, yes, it is. It is attuned. The flying
Oh, it
sword
is.
is, but the
Okay.
Beskar spear isn't.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say surely that sword is an achievement. It seems
Yeah. The
real
sword is
powerful for just being a regular sword.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just have my bow.
You're explode. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, I think just purely for the fact that the Hydra ring allows as a bonus action to heal 70 hit points, it clearly needs to go to Rukka.
Yeah, it's not useful for me.
Well, it's useful for everybody to a point, but Rukka gets ragdolled the most. And being able to do that. How many hit points does Rukka have at max?
52.
It's
Rest
a
of all of us.
yeah, so it's a full heal. And since he's in the thick of things all the time, because he's really our only melee combatant.
I can get up in there if I have to as well, but yes.
The 5d4 hit points as a bonus action is nice too.
Hmm.
And that one uses 1 charge. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's still more efficient to use the 6 charge for the
Also,
average hit points.
you just have a lightning bolt that isn't a lightning bolt, which is also really good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you
they're all
you
good,
want
but just being able to do that basically means that he goes from near death to fully healed without doing anything. So that's the main reason I look at it. But yeah, they're all good. All the abilities will be useful at some stage.
You just have to like assume that I can remember to keep
Use
track
it.
of charges to the correct point.
So
I mean, just put it on your
yeah.
sheet as a as like a what's the name?
Use
as a resource.
Resource, yeah.
Mhm.
That's where I've got my prayer beads, abilities and stuff, and my armor and things.
Oh, you do? Prayer beads is one of the hardest ones to track.
I've got
Yeah.
14 resources tracked at the moment.
Wait, 14?
Is one of
really?
them
That's
Fat
tiny.
Block? One of one?
No, but I mean, some of
What
them
do you-
are okay. So I have 4 of them that are used for 2 things. So yeah, it's depending upon whether it's going to be one way or the other. I track it.
Yep, nice.
But I track the Staff of Healing. I track my shield. I track my spear. I track wild shapes, free guiding bolts, free good berries.
Oh yeah, because you got your free things as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
So everything that gives me free something, I've got a track of it. Plus, I also track exhaustion points on it, or fatigue points, I should say.
Mhm.
So that they are separate to
Yes.
exhaustion.
I've also got that up as well. I have got one too. I've got 7 things currently, but most of them are my magical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Rukka won't say no to the Hydra ring if
I mean,
you guys
it
want
seems to
Rukka
be
have
the best on you. Like me and Åvna are both full on everything at the moment. Like it'd be useful to either of us as well. But like if you have a spot for it, you might as well take it.
All right, cool.
Congrats. That's a very cool item.
it. It is.
It seems fitting that like you get the ring that Fabio made.
Yes, that too.
Well, Cogna.
Because it's like a promise ring.
I mean, I
Indeed.
didn't say that.
When you
And-
take the
Almost of
ring,
awesomeness.
Cogna does say yes, brothers forever.
The bromance is real.
That's right. And then he says, "So, do you wish to journey into the Empire today, or do you want to see the other gate city? We could like cross over to the other city and check it out if you'd like, or do you want to explore this city, or and where are we traveling once we enter the Empire? Do you want to go through Bottleneck or Vice? Somewhere else?" My plan is to travel to Ronin, but yeah, we could go
I mean,
different ways
I
to get there.
guess we probably would have spoken about this. Has anyone? Do we have a idea of what we want to do? Like,
We were going to try and get as much information as we could as to where we are, where we're going. So probably
which
Ronan,
was the capital.
as the
Yeah.
capital, would have the most resources.
Hmm. This isn't like the true capital; it's like the southern capital. But
But it's the
yeah,
capital of where we are located.
Of the region.
yes,
Capital
and
Light.
also it's also where his family's located. So the Black Laws are like centralized in Ronin.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the I guess the relative size of the towns that we can see on the map, because like I know I can see some of them have like a little castle in them, which I assume is a keep, and others have just like is it size based on the amount of things inside it?
Yeah, I mean the size sort of tells you how large and how sprawling the places are. So like Runan's the biggest
Mm.
city, and Mountain Reach is like pretty big, and Brunner is pretty big, and Fogmire's like those are the bigger cities, sort of thing. Is that what you mean?
That's also just more like like the scale of a individual city as compared to other things.
Oh, well, Vice is like maybe 100,000 people, and the capital's uh the Ronin is like maybe a bit over 1 million people.
So it's
Jeez, okay.
enormous.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
people.
huge. Yeah, these are this is a
These are
high
modern.
magic setting.
These are modern
Yeah, I
cities.
guess. Yeah.
Oh, they're much more than in some respects, like more than modern, because everybody, in a way, everybody here is like at least gold. Everybody's at least level 3/4. Like even, well, not like babies, but like effectively adolescents
I'm
have
talking
their
about
own ability to.
in size of the cities. They're modern cities in population size.
Yeah, I'm just saying people are
Yeah.
super productive, right?
Yeah,
Like,
because magic and everything is so abundant.
yeah,
Cool.
exactly. Magic is so common. There's like,
That it's made very easy to maintain populations.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
there's a lot
Okay.
of getting rid of disease. There's a lot of, there's plenty of healing. There's plenty of, this is, you're no longer in the wastes where it's like very small populations. You've entered the empire, or well, once you pass through the gate, once you pass through gateway, you will have entered the empire proper.
Mhm.
But yeah, do you have any questions about the towns apart from how big they are?
I mean, Vice sounds fun. Vice sounds like we get a lot of money. And
Yeah.
then buy an airship and
I
leave.
remember I remember what Vice is.
Do you remember what Vice is?
Yes, you mentioned it was kind of like it was Las Vegas.
Vice sounds like you would lose all your money and all of our money.
Yeah, a lot of spirit users who sort of control perception. A lot of enchanters, illusionists live in Vice. Anything sort of goes. They it's permanent daytime in Vice. The day never ends.
I'd only lose our money in the sense that
You wouldn't
end up
have it
with
anymore.
I'd end up with better money.
I don't know if there's such a thing as better money, but you
There
keep
is.
telling yourself that. Well, maybe it's a bit
Like
cleaner and
a-
shinier.
Yeah, and a gold is better than a silver.
But
This
from
is
our
why
point of
Afanen,
view, we would have neither.
this is why Afanen keeps his money in his pants.
That's
Nobody can get it.
a very wise endeavour.
It's equivalent to storing all your money under your mattress.
I don't have a mattress, see, so
Yeah.
if I had a mattress, that's where it would be.
Where's your money,
It's
Afanen?
on the
In my
carpet with your
pants.
bees.
But yes, I don't mind where we go, but the idea was to get information as quickly as possible and to use that information to get home as quickly as possible, I thought.
Yes.
Not to have, not to waste time gambling or other, fun, in inverted commas, things.
I mean, I'm happy to go by advice. Like, it seems it is an interesting place. Like, as long as we're careful about it.
That's not possible.
We're always careful.
What would be the purpose of
Ognar's
going
going
to
to be a
Vice?
really bad influence on Rukka if we go to Vice.
Yeah, but it's content.
It's true, it is content. It is
You don't
also,
have to
like,
go there now. You can always go to Vice later.
it seems like the most direct path north, so.
Let's not
I
go.
mean,
Wait a second.
out past Bottleneck and through the Southern Gate Bridge might be quicker.
So 111. Oh, there you go. True. 120. Is slightly faster to go the northern path, I guess.
That is if we just kept walking. But the other thing is, you're not going to move through a city faster than an open road,
Mm-hmm.
and Southern Gate Ridge doesn't look to be as, doesn't look like it will cause as great a delay.
I mean, if we go through Bottleneck.
Yeah, Bottleneck's bigger than Vice.
True.
Bottleneck is a military town. It's where a large army is stationed, and it is.
It's also called Bottleneck, which makes me think it will bottleneck us.
I mean,
Meant to
it's called
bottleneck the enemy.
because it's literally in between the two southern entrances to the thing. It's designed there.
Yeah, but like they might think we're the enemy and they might bottleneck us.
Well, an entire city of a couple 100,000 to bottleneck 4 idiot
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah,
Sounds legit.
they don't know we're idiots yet.
No
They think
touche.
you're wildly competent.
Rumors of our competency have been greatly exaggerated.
The Northern Warriors, whoa, they sound real serious.
Maybe we could swim across and skip the Eastern Gate Bridge.
Fine, let's go to Vice. Let Rukka have his party.
Yeah, so you think you guys are going to travel to Vice?
Well, I think that's what's going to happen regardless.
All right, great. Well, as you guys head out of the apartments, once again you are met by Ianthe and Dianthus, who greet you. Ah, well, if it isn't the Northern Warriors,
Lovely to see
good
you.
to see you again.
We were just heading out.
Well, if you're ever looking for adventure or service in a country in need of ascendants of your caliber, we would be more than happy for you to spend some time with us. We can offer you the nicest quarters available to our people. We have spoken with other members of our family, and we can offer you these 4 gate stones that if you would ever like to travel to our lands, all you have to do is break them.
That's very convenient.
You already
Then
have
how do
one
we?
of
But
these
how
as
do
a
we
side
get back? We would be stuck in your lands.
Ruby slippers.
I mean,
Yeah.
presumably, if we would go there, we would go there with a purpose, not just to say hi.
Well, yes, we would hope that you would then aid us.
But then after we've aided you, how do we?
It's not like it's on a cut off from all travel. I'm sure We'll get an airship or something back.
No, it's one way
yeah.
only.
What if we were about to die? Could we just gate here and you could bring us back to life?
We couldn't bring you back to life, but we could heal you if you were near death.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mhm.
It happens surprisingly more than you would imagine.
So
To
Rukka's
you,
going to use
maybe.
it to bail.
Rukka won't
What a-
remember to use the Hydra ring, but will remember to use this.
What a way to split the party. Someone
To another continent.
teleports to another
See
continent,
you guys
leaving
later.
the rest of the party behind.
But yeah, they will indeed give you one of these tokens each. So this is a gate stone. You have received one of these from Zul previously with basically exactly the same message. But since these two don't know that Zul has done so, they will also give you gate stones. And yeah, they encourage you to
Did he
use them.
tell us what that was for?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm surprised I haven't down. Or did he only give it to one person?
Well, he gave you a better gate stone than these guys are. They're giving you like individual teleport, whereas he gave you an actual thing that creates a gateway. So
That
Um,
makes sense.
so
Who has that?
I don't know.
Probably Joe Camel.
Whoever wrote it down on their character sheet. Or I'll have to go back through the tapes and be like, who picked
Do
up
you have it
this?
on yours, Grail?
I'm
Who picked
looking
up this
now. I do not think so.
It might just be called Token from Zul or something like that.
Nope. Not I.
I've got mold. Oh no, different kind of mold.
What is going on, Discord?
Doesn't like you.
Well, someone does have one of these from Zul. Pretty certain, unless you guys were like, no, we're not taking it, and Zul was just
That would be
sad.
like us.
I mean, yeah, maybe if we have.
He
written
might
it
have
down.
offered you one, and you guys were like, "Nah, get fucked. We're
I mean,
never
I
visiting
don't.
you. You
I
suck."
don't think we would have been. I don't think we would have put it just stop that quickly. I mean,
I
I'll
don't
put it on
know.
my character sheet because I feel like that was something I would have held on to.
We
But-
may have taken it and then just like left it in the library.
I'm telling you, it's on Joe Camel wherever he may be.
That Grail has Joe Campbell's.
Oh.
Anyone can look at Joe Camel. Actually, no, I've got Joe Camel's character equipment on my character sheet, don't I? And
Yes.
he has 2 tents, a hunting trap, a cooking pot for 2 gallons, 100 arrows, 2 level 2 earth bindings, 1 level 1 earth binding, and 1 petrified level wood, a level 6 chunky.
Cool. Are we keeping him? I feel like he might
We're
just
not
slow us
turning him
down.
into glue, if that's
He's
what
part of the squad now, right?
It's got he has tenure.
Yeah, you don't just get rid of your pets when they don't serve your need anymore. That's harsh.
Remember how sad we all were when Team Killsteel got left behind?
No.
You were
Just me?
just you.
Okay.
But remember how sad everybody was when Sam had to turn away Bill the pony at the gates of Moria.
Fuck oath. That's because he was the hero and got his reward first.
Alrighty, what should I call the big one that Zol gave us?
I just call it a gate stone. Same as theirs, but just note that it's a mass teleport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, Aaron, I'm pretty sure we failed that English class where we tried to argue that Bill was the hero.
Can you really fail English? Don't answer that.
I surprisingly didn't fail English.
I got 94% in the HSC.
Congrats.
It served me well in my career in IT.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bet.
Look, it wasn't my worst. It wasn't my worst subject. That was methods.
I think English was my worst subject.
Yeah, no, we just didn't respect the teacher at all. So
It's just bad at English. That's okay. I had math.
Cool. Anyway, Kridi will say we'll like thank them for their gift and say, you know, we will definitely consider it once we figure out, you know, what we plan to do from here.
Okay. Yes, fair enough. Well, that's great. They sort of nod to you. Yeah, and they will leave, sort of congratulating each other, unless you would like to ask them any questions or I don't know, make any type of checks. They meander off.
how much does one of your skyships cost?
One of our sky ships?
Well, similar to
they're
yours, yeah.
they're needed for the defense of or the reclaiming of our homeland. We don't sell our sky ships. But we do
There's
have some of the most powerful sky ships in the world. Only the Red Hall boasts a more powerful sky ship than us.
Well, if you weren't at war, how much would you sell?
we can.
Oh.
If you really want one, we can get it from somewhere else. We don't have to buy them from these people.
And are they easy to fly solo?
We
Oh,
do.
so you're looking at like a little outrigger. I mean the components that go into one of those probably about 12,000 spirit coins.
It's not bad.
Now we have a goal. Let's put that in the banking app. That's our goal.
If you're saying that's your goal, Cognar is like, yeah, I mean, you could definitely make that sort of money in missions inside the Empire if that's the sort of thing that you wanted to do.
You want to become an air pirate, don't you?
Cognar, we're not talking to you right now.
Oh,
This is we're having a business discussion.
Did you?
Rukka and I are having a very important business discussion.
Åvna's the one with the 5 charisma.
I mean, what better way to start a pirate life than stealing a ship?
I thought you were going
I
to pay
feel
for it, knee stealing it.
Yeah, this is a flop.
The tangent is strong in this one.
Varnon's going to need to find an accountant somewhere. He
Rukka
doesn't
just,
have a mind for numbers.
Rukka just thought that it might appease Åvna and Kridi if he left some of the money that one was worth when he took one. So it's not really buying. It's just buying with extra steps. Or stealing with extra steps.
Like a take on a lease agreement.
Yeah. That way we can just fly home.
Novel idea.
Anyway, shall we keep moving?
I thought we were doing that as we were walking.
I mean, actually, we're still talking to them before because I don't think they're going in the same direction we are.
Oh, I
no,
didn't figure you were
they
saying that in front of them.
they leave. They have left. You guys didn't want any more checks with them. So
Rukka steals the car keys.
they've meandered off. As you are sort of heading towards the gap, you will be met by a few figures. Make perception checks, everybody. Where's he at? Did he not appear?
Yeah, unknown master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the weird
This guy
yellow
will-
eyes.
Yeah, Yellow Eyes will turn up.
Afanen's too busy counting on his fingers to notice.
So this guy is sort of at the point that you're entering in the gap. So you guys you walk quite a bit and you sort of walk to the center of the gap. So this is a fairly long distance, like almost an hour's walk, which leads you to a very large pillar that's sort of right in the middle. There, you've been passing by like a number of pillars that are sort of smaller, and this will lead you. Cogna will lead you to this large pillar right at the center of the pass of this gap in between the two gateway fortifications. And there you will see this guy, and he's got with him a couple of other people. These two, who all seem to be guarding maybe this pillar or something. They just nod towards Cogna, and Cogna continues to lead you towards the pillar.
These people
But
are unknown to me.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, they haven't
Shockingly.
been introduced. They're just people.
Den's
don't
not
say
here.
anything to
Den's
you.
not here.
They're
Someone
just
had.
looking at you.
Den would have made a joke like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Are their eyes like continuously glowing like that? Like, is that
Yes, that would be their gold sign. So
okay? Is that what marks them as?
yes, it has to do with like, well, they've got like sort of various gold signs. So also they have sort of their like skin is not like a normal skin color. It's sort of sandstony. But yeah, that's their general gold signs. The glowing eyes and sandy skin.
Cool.
Mhm.
Kridi knows all
They
about
look
not having
tough.
a normal skin color.
Yeah, they look universally tough. But they look kind of slow to you guys. You think you could take him?
I'm not going to attack them.
Did you guys make any
Shockingly.
perception checks? What did people get for their perception check?
19, 17, 5, 12.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they look pretty tough. Anyway, Cogna will lead you up to the pillar. He sort of reaches his hand out. He places it on the pillar. A whole series of script circles, starting from the bottom of the pillar, running all the way to the top, start lighting up. And as they pass over his hand, you see them like more powerfully light up and sort of ripple up the column. And he walks through, and then gestures to you, sort of with a little hand twirl flourish.
Interesting. Is this like projecting, or is it like obviously it's a wall of some kind or a field of some kind?
Do you want to make an Arcana check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Good at Arcana. I think I am. Kridi was the one with the Arcana. Yes. 13.
Some kind of warding script, you're not sure. It's much too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Cool.
You'd have to
Let's
spend a
follow.
lot of time studying it. You sort of look at it for a second, you're like, oh, I think it has to do with warding stuff. So what do people do?
Well, I'm going to probably ignore them for the most part, unless otherwise indicated that we shouldn't. And by that I
Yep,
mean
I
I'll
guess.
wait till Rukka does something stupid.
Guess I'm gonna follow Cogna.
Okay, so you. What do you mean by follow Cogna?
Well, he walked up to the thing and touched the thing and then walked through.
Okay, so that's what you do?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you touch this central pillar as well. The script circle at the bottom lights up. It starts spinning up the spiral. It starts spiraling up the pillar. And as it reaches your hand, it pulls upon your energy. You are a full caster, effectively. So you lose a 4th level spell slot. It is pulled from you into the pillar.
I don't have a 4th spell slot.
4 levels worth of spell slots, not necessarily a 4th level spell. Sorry.
Right. Permanently or?
No, just it's used. It takes that energy.
That'd be the battery.
All right, and then you, after that's all done, you walk over and stand next to Cogna.
Cool. I guess I'll do the same, unless
Cool.
anyone's staying behind.
Then it'll be the same for you, which will be a 4 levels worth of spell slots.
Do I get to choose how to lose it?
Yeah, absolutely. You could do 2 level 2s, you could do a 3 and a 1, you could do a 4. you
What's
could
this
do
all
4
about,
level
Cogna?
1s. Sorry?
I ask Cogna what it's doing.
Oh, this is the tax for entering into the Empire.
The tax.
Yes, it's like a tariff. Every time you pass into a city, you pass through gateway, one of the bridges, you'll pay a toll. All this magic doesn't come for free.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright,
We should definitely try and swim across the river.
I'll do the same thing then.
Sure. All right, then, yeah, it uses 4 levels worth of spells for you because you're also a full caster.
And then lucky last.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this because I'm not a caster.
Mm.
So I do it. What does it take from me?
Okay, so
My life force?
Yep.
no. So in the case of Afanen, Afanen is
It
sort
pours lemon juice on your eyeballs.
No.
Let me check again. So Afanen, character sheet. I think you're 3/4, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're 4 rogue. It will take 1 level worth of spell slot from you, and it uses up 3 hit dice.
What?
Yeah,
It's unfair.
it is, isn't it?
Not that I really use my hit dice very much.
You would have got all your spell slots back at the start of the day, as a side note.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how do I have no spell slots? Well, that sucked. I'm with Rukka. We should swim across the river.
It's pretty
All
wide.
right. Yeah, the 3 members of Stone Citadel will sort of watch you as you pass through the gates, or pass through the pass. Nod, turn back to looking forwards again, or in the opposite direction of where you guys are, and you notice on the other side of the barrier. Now, previously, once you like left the wasteland, you noticed that you could like breathe much more easily, and that sort of thing. Like, and you started getting XP again, effectively, or cultivation, or whatever you would like to call it. Now you can feel yourself every time you sort of breathe in, and every time you sort of circulate your mana, you actually feel yourself just getting stronger inside the Empire.
Nice.
I don't like it.
You think that if you lived here for a few years, you would just get stronger naturally.
But that's because they stole all our spell slots and hit dice.
I'd trade spell slots and hit die for XP. Like
Well,
that comes back at the end of the day.
I didn't like it. It was weird.
Yeah, but if we'd lived here and we never entered a town or crossed a river or had a crossing, we could get life.
You just want to
We
go.
did
What's it
You just want
What's
to
it
camp
gonna
in the
do
mountains.
when I run out of hit dice, though?
Lemon juice, eyeballs.
I don't know, if there was enough XP, I'd take the lemon juice to the eyeball.
Farnan's tempted to use his gateway stone already.
Who played in Shattered Skies?
Yeah.
Yep, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Afanen, Kaylee, did you not play in Shattered Skies? I'm just wondering.
What is
That was
This-
a long time ago.
It was
Okay.
one of the one-shots where we were dropping down from ships into that ruined city.
It
That was the one thing.
doesn't sound familiar, but my memory's really bad.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't think you played that one. Very well. Yep. I was just wondering. Yeah, use the gate stone. It's cool over there. Okay, so you start heading up towards Vice. That's the plan as I've
Indeed.
interpreted
It
what
does
you're
seem
saying?
to be the plan, yes.
All right. Well, it's almost a third of the way through the day as you head out from Gateway. And what type of pace are you guys sort of putting on? Are you just sort of, meandering, enjoying
Steady,
the sights,
steady, but
breathing in deeply, enjoying the fresh air?
I think it'd probably be a steady, but not a push.
Yeah, I don't think we're in any real hurry. Like, we seem to be safe and like there's no urgency.
But I'm not
Like,
interested in meandering too slowly.
No, but if there is like a cool animal that we come across, then yeah, I'm checking that out.
Okay. Well,
Rukka has to
you
collect some like
actually,
cool looking rocks and stuff, right?
I disconnected. Hey, I'm back. Did you guys just say something? Because I would have
not
missed.
really.
Okay.
Oh,
Kaylee
no,
was saying that
saying I disconnected.
Kaylee said she was going to attack Cognar.
Oh,
Sounds right.
that's right. Well, the last thing I heard was Rukka saying that they were looking for cool animals, and as it so happens, as you sort of start along the road before it diverges, there are a couple of stables with some kind of cool animals in them. There's like a large sort of land bird, and there are these fire-breathing large lizard creatures
Phantasmopotamus.
It's a dragon. You just
in
described a dragon.
in a couple of stables, and you can see that there's some citizens of the Empire standing around, sort of shop fronts. You can
What
see
are those
some
lizard things? Rukka's running
carriages
over.
also sort of lined up to the side of the road.
Rukka's checking out the lizards.
All right. Make me a animal handling check. Or a charisma if you don't have it. Yeah, you see some fine lizards here. You think they're pretty fast. These guys can sort of put on a burst of speed. You don't think that they could move faster than you for longer. You think that you could outrun one of these things, but you can tell that they could put on like a really savage sort of burst of speed. Yeah, and they certainly look large enough that they would be able to carry any one of you.
Nice. Guys, can we get Joe a friend?
Up to
You
you.
already have a dog.
Yeah, but that's my friend. I'm asking if we can get Joe Camel a friend.
And
Does
when
Joe look like he is liking the lizards?
when these lizards try to attack Joe,
Does Joe look like he likes the lizards? Look, I'm gonna be honest. Unless he rolls a 1 or a 20, he's not gonna give a shit because he's a camel. Oh, he actually hates that. When you even say that, Joe like looks in your direction, looks towards the lizard that Rukka's looking at, and then just like spits, and this like plume of almost acidic saliva flies across the intervening gap, hits one of the lizards in the eye, and it sort of rolls over onto its back and just kicks there, spouting a massive jet of fire into the air.
they're best buds clearly.
Yeah.
I don't think
Friends?
Joe likes them. I think if we're gonna get Joe a friend, it should be a friend that he actually wants, you know?
Or we can get rid of Joe.
Or we can get rid of
excuse me?
So I heard then we can get rid of Kridi.
Yeah, let's get a lizard and leave Kridi here in the stables.
Think about how useful a fire-breathing lizard would be back home. It's cold outside, fire.
Well, I
There's too
mean,
much snow blocking the hunting
they
trail.
probably wouldn't
Fire.
survive.
why don't you take a cutting?
Have produced flame. Like Åvna has produced flame.
I do. And the exact reason I took that for when we were making the characters that when we were level 0 was like, we're in a tundra. Having produced flame seems to be pretty useful
good,
from a
yeah.
survival point of
Welcome to
view.
the desert.
Yeah,
And Joe doesn't spit on Åvna, so I think we should keep Åvna.
yeah. Fist bump with Afanen.
Joe, what do you think of these birds?
I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna probably give. Oh my god, he loves the birds. What the fuck is happening? I don't know. Hey, whatever. You're like, what about these birds? Joe's like, stamps his feet, does a little kick, sidles
Oh,
up
he
to one of
loves
the
them.
birds.
He loves the birds.
Can we keep going? Kridi will start to drag the crew away from.
He rolled a 20.
In all defense, that was pretty cool.
There's one bird in particular that has like 3, like a triple plume. And Joe like seems pretty interested in that one.
Are these for sale? Could I buy that bird?
You could. They're normally for hire, sir. Oh, my lord.
Okay, but I don't really want to come back.
Oh well, we have storefronts all throughout the empire. As long as you go to an empire city, you can leave the bird there, and that will fulfill your obligation. But if you do want to buy them, they are for sale. So yes, you can permanently buy a chocobo. I'm not
Okay.
changing their name. We're going to call them
Nice.
chocobo because they're chocobo.
Fucking hell.
And how much?
Joe rolled a 20. We have to get him a bird.
How much are they?
For a regular chocobo?
For the one with three
Four-
feathers that the camel really likes. They're besties.
Okay.
You
For
can't
a
break
regular chocobo, it'd be 400 spirit coin. For
Yep.
this particular one, 1,100
That's-
spirit coin.
I could buy an airship for that much money.
Yeah.
No, it couldn't. It's 12,000 for a.
Yeah.
You could buy a tenth of an airship for that.
You
much.
could buy almost
Yeah,
a tenth
Afanen
of an
isn't.
airship.
Yeah, this is why Afanen needs an accountant.
How
Fingers
would
only
you
go
feel-
so far when it comes to counting coin.
How would you feel about 750 so that you don't break up this beautiful friendship?
Yeah, get him, Rukka.
Oh, but we
Good
don't.
bartering.
We don't. Just hire them. If you just want to.
No, we can't get Joe a friend and then separate them.
Temporary friend.
You don't adopt a bonded pair and then give one back.
I mean, we gave away Hank. Hank was ready to follow us to the end of the earth. I'm pretty sure we probably could have convinced him.
It was too dangerous.
Oh, yeah, and
What if-
you think this bird's gonna survive better?
What if we pay 750 and give you Kridi?
Did you actually say
uh,
that?
That's
I
Afanen's head.
guess you guys are from the Wastes, but unless
It
you're a
was-
member of the Stone Citadel, there's and they would discourage us from calling it slavery, but we don't trade in human flesh around here.
Afanen's still trying to figure out the difference between 1,200 and 12,000, so don't worry about it.
One's bigger than
Yep.
the other.
How about 800?
What are you?
800 and you don't have to get involved in the slave trade.
What do you? How much money do you even have?
Clearly, he has at least 800.
Does he?
Make me a diplomacy check.
Why don't you try
Some
and
kind of charisma check.
why don't you
We
try
can
and use
argue.
postmodern dance?
Yeah. Wait a second.
Oh,
Yeah, persuasion 22.
Plus 11. Jeez.
They'll drop 200 spirit coins from the price if you deliver a package to the capital of Ronin.
So that makes it 900.
900.
Correct.
How about
I'll chuck 20 platinum in. There's 100.
20 platinum's
Oh.
200.
Oh, that's right, it is too. All right, 10.
yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, 900 done. Done, and I'll deliver your thing.
All right, sure. They give you a case, and they give you this chocobo, which I am currently making a token for because
what are you gonna call the chocobo,
I mean,
Rukka?
I assume it has a name already. What is its name? Is the question.
you can rename it if you want. That Rukka has bought it, so Rukka will have to name it. It does have a name, and its name is Rukka Decides.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Rukka Decide sounds like a good name.
Good strong name, that one.
Yep. But Rukka naming it, this could be anything.
You can call it Kridi because apparently it's replacing me.
Kridi 2. Electric Shocker
I love
Brew.
I love that we haven't even gotten device yet.
And we've already lost most of our money.
Yeah, like we haven't even left yet.
Rukka has spent his
I
money.
spent
This is
100
great.
gold. Anyway,
Yeah, well, that's your fault.
Well,
No, it's a Rukka. Rukka didn't need your money. It's fine.
okay, fine.
I appreciate it, but it wasn't necessary.
All right, I'll take my money
Okay.
back.
How much
Rukka
money
had that much.
were you carrying around with you? Jesus.
926 spirit coin and 20 platinum.
That'd
Rukka
be
hasn't
so
bought
heavy.
anything.
And he has an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
So
Well, he made a deal with like a demon, so.
what's the bird's name?
I'm getting there. Naming something is a very serious issue, especially around you guys, because you guys make fun of lots of things. Like tracksuit's name isn't tracksuit, and that really hurts his feelings sometimes. So I need to find a name that isn't going to allow you to hurt its feelings.
Amelia.
It's got to be something that sounds good with Joe.
This is true.
Oh no.
What is Tracksuit's name?
Ruckus.
Joe and Sheila.
Oh God. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to spell it. I can see that on the character sheet.
I would have to look up the pronunciation of it again. It's actually based off an Inuit.
Makes sense. So we'd definitely be calling it Tracksuit because none of us can pronounce it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, apart from you, probably, because I assume it's within your own clan type thing.
All right. Let's put this bad boy out here. The newest member of the party.
Yes.
Amazing.
So baby.
Drumstick.
Character. Drumstick. That's not bad. Soup.
Emergency rations.
$900 emergency ration.
Back in-
So, do you know what it's used for? Like,
It's
Emergency-
a riding. It's a riding steed.
oh, it's big.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking this was like a
Rukka just put a 900 gold
canary.
like a canary. Yeah, exactly. That was.
So
no, it's like twice as big as a person.
So back in second edition, when we were playing a game, there was a character who was a Minotaur barbarian, very unintelligent character, low intelligence, etc. And he used to always have a horse, and the horse was always called Foodie, because when he ran out of rations, he would eat the horse, and then he'd get a new horse, and he would call it Foodie. So
No.
it went on and on and on. It was very
Okay.
cyclical but funny. And this
That was-
this bird
that was
is
Final
much
Fantasy.
bigger than a person.
Yes.
It's going to cast the entire capital of Ronan in shadow.
Well, it's bigger than a person. It's not that big.
How big is it compared to Joe? Is it like similar size to Joe?
Well, it's taller than Joe. And it looks more powerful than Joe does. Joe is a fine looking camel. But this is one magnificent chocobo.
Tall Alice. Come on, Rocket, we're still waiting for your name.
I'm Taking it
can't-
seriously. You should be
can't rush
glad that Brooke has actually shut up for a change.
Yeah.
I know, but we're now waiting. We can't progress until you name.
Well, you can keep. We can.
We
Rukka's
can
gonna.
walk and name.
Rukka's gonna ride his new friend
All right, cool.
You know how to
and
look
think
after
about a
it.
name.
He's got a better
It's
animal
not that
handling than
hard.
most of us. His animal handling is +5.
Oh, absolutely, but like just in general, like
My animal handling's 5 as well. What does it eat?
yeah,
Seeds.
like what's the care routine of this bird? You should probably figure that out before we.
Okay, well, you guys keep trotting along, and I'll go back and I'll get him to write it all out for me.
Call it
Some
Jolene.
good
Call it Jolene.
owners-
Joe and Jolene.
So mainly chocobos eat like fruit.
Homeless.
But sorry.
And the homeless.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any homeless people
Some
around here.
homeless. Some homeless people can get eaten by chocobo. But yeah, in general, chocobo can sort of eat anything, but they like fruit. And by anything, I mean, things that humans can also eat. They're omnivorous, but yeah, their preference is fruit. They love fruit.
I have a really important question.
Mm-hmm.
Joe loves this bird. Does this bird love Joe?
Oh, that is a good question. This bird has an excellent temperament, so I'm going to say on anything 5 or above, it gets along with Joe quite well. But yeah, 1 to 4,
we're just asking.
it's
for
unrequited. 11.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
cool with Joe. It thinks
Yay.
Joe's not bad.
Okay, so it likes fruit. Surely
Yes.
you have to call it Carmen Miranda.
No.
Åvna doesn't get to name anything else.
Narugulak.
So Nat. Joe and Nat.
I see.
Which translates to golden eagle.
Pretty.
I will put its stats in.
That's nice.
Can I edit this? No, not 1,710 strength. That seems
Yes, that
too
sounds
much.
exactly right. The strongest bird known to man.
That would be a bit much. It does seem about as intelligent as Joe.
I reckon like that's an
Okay,
11
Nat.
right now, but we're
You
gonna
don't-
roll that later on, and it's gonna be up. They're
But
gonna.
it does seem much more charismatic.
That's not really possible. Joe.
It's not possible.
Joe has all
Joe
the
is
charisma.
below.
Can you roll me 2d10 3 times, Rukka? Do. 9. Keep going. Fine. One more time. Okay. All right. How much does Joe have?
He doesn't need hit points.
Joe has 15 hit points. That's not bad. This guy's got 22.
I think Joe costs like 10 gold.
Yeah, Joe is a lot cheaper than this guy. I Yeah, I'm fully on board with that. But
We could have had an army of Joes.
you could have had a veritable horde of Joes versus the Great Chocobo.
But they get on. They're buds. Joe and Nat.
That's right. True.
Fucking Chocobo.
It can make 2 claw attacks. Oh, I have to put them in. Claw attack. It's
So
also
Joe
trained
loves the bird,
in fighting.
and the bird is pretty okay with Joe. What does Cognar think of the bird?
Yeah. It's not a
He's
bad
not even
Chocobo.
impressed?
He's no.
Wow.
He's just like, yeah, bird, cool. Sure.
He's like, I've got 10 better than that.
Well, he's just like, you already have a bonded creature. And if you can't bond the creature, it can't really grow in. It's not going to
Ow.
become more powerful, so.
Not everything's about power, man.
I bet Cognar knows what a Chocobo tastes like, though.
Oh, yeah, delicious. There's actually a few really good ways to serve them.
Rukka's going to place his hands on either side of Nat's head. So we won't talk about that, although I do think the feathers are going to make a really nice blanket one day.
Okay. So. Yeah, so it can make 2 claw attacks. Where should I list that? Here, I guess. It has multi-attack.
If she drops any feathers, I can make it into some jewelry. Like we can make a little like feather like dangly thing for Joe's packs.
There we go. The Chocobo makes 2 attacks with its claws. Cool. It has a terrible AC. Wheat.
That's how people know what they taste like.
Yes. Alright. Cool. You have gained a Chocobo. It's trained in combat, so it's got that going for it. But yeah, it pretty much dies to anything at you guys' level.
So you can defend Joe.
Delayed rations.
It's trained in battle, but I can't advise that you take it into it. Sorry, so did you actually name it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I put it in the Roll20. That'll go.
Oh. Okay, cool. I'll scroll down.
Nat and Joe. Let's go.
Cool. I'll edit the sheet for it then. Players can be edited by all players. Cool. And I'll go put him in with your guys' stuff. Where did I put Joe before? Oh, Joe Camel's here. There you go. Now they're next to each other. Oh, need to set up his token though. Cool. All right. So then you guys continue on your way towards Vice. Is Rukka now riding Nat? Or
Yep.
all right. Yeah. Nat is a very pleasant creature. Make me a handle animal check and a performance check. Mm-hmm.
But how good do I look doing it? Not bad.
Yeah. It's been quite a while since you've ridden anything. And it tells in that your legs become a bit sore. But you do look like you're having a great time. Whether you
But
are or
just
not. Yeah, and you can travel towards Vice at a nice sort of leisurely pace. On the way, you will pass by sort of these. I'm not going to call them like crop fields, but there are like a lot of gardens that are sort of cultivated that have like various herbs and strange like roots and plants being grown at them, but they're not like farms or anything like that. They're more like herb gardens, all sort of to the left side of the road as you travel.
Are there like houses as well, or is it?
Yeah, absolutely. There are some buildings out here, although not really serious buildings, and by serious buildings I mean like they're not like farmhouses or anything like that, but there are like buildings, and um, yeah, as you're sort of passing by, you see like various constructed remnants, sort of tending to these gardens. Mostly looks like plant spirits.
Entwives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these are effectively like dead spirit trees that have been cajoled into like tender gardens or traded into, bargained into trading gardens sort of thing. They're like, yeah, they'll be given spirit coins or something like that to eat. Yeah. Which even happens back where you guys come from. Like some remnants can be traded spirit coins for tasks, as remnants like to eat spirit coins. They are delicious. If you're a spirit,
Yeah, I was gonna say we should eat them, right?
you can eat them. You shouldn't eat. Well, yeah. Can any of you eat them? Maybe Afanen can probably eat them. Everybody else shouldn't. You're
Oh,
too
cool.
energy aligned. So they would be okay to eat if you were like children, but as the further you like walk upon your path, the more you sort of like pick up like a signature. Your mana becomes like more unique. It becomes less sort of generic. Spirit coins are like generic mana. You shouldn't really eat mana that's unaligned with you. Afanen's mana is basically mostly unaligned, however, so would probably be fine. Everybody else though, you know, Rukka's got
Afanen's
like
full
too
of
much
toddler
death
energy, you
going
say?
on. Yeah, yeah. Kridi's got like too much snark energy. Åvna's got like too much divination sort of stuff going on. So yeah, really you shouldn't. The three full casters should not really be eating. Yeah, spirit tokens or spirit coins or anything like that. Yep.
Cool. I'm just going to go grab a drink. I'll be back shortly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is there anything that you want to do while you're traveling? It's going to take you a couple of days to get the vice.
I mean, particularly not off the top of my head. Like, just enjoying the different scenery, I guess, would be the main thing that Kridi's doing, because this is again another place that's like completely and utterly different from anything she's seen before.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's Oh, now that you're in here, there are like all to the right side of the road is grasslands leading into sort of sparse or sort of thicketed areas, but not like a forest or anything like that. And then into mountains. Not that mountains are unique to you, but the greenery is definitely more green, more verdant. Yeah, and don't think that you've probably seen butterflies like these before. In fact, I'm certain that you haven't. So, as you're traveling, you will encounter, yeah, like some hordes of butterflies. Yeah.
Well,
Just
you
like
know that
regular
I'm going to have
butterflies,
to
or
try and catch them.
What did the butterflies and my bees think of each other?
They are regular butterflies. Wait a second, let me check a document. I just want to see if you guys know about something yet.
Probably
Yes,
not.
you do. So you will recall that you have seen magnificent butterflies before. Not Åvna, but the rest of you. When you researched in the Exiles library back in Dragon's Teeth, one of the Apocalypse beasts, the Dreamweaver, is a massive swarm of butterflies. But those butterflies are, in general, bigger than these butterflies. But yeah. So, they're
Character.
beautiful, but also kind of horrific in that the only sort of understanding you have of butterflies are that they're like this massive swarm that like descends upon cities and takes control of their people and then uses those people as like mind slaves to attack other cities.
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well, they're not called apocalypse beasts for nothing.
Yeah, no.
So, but yeah, these ones look like very pretty, as does the Dreamweaver, which is part of the problem.
I'm back.
Cool. You didn't miss anything. You except the discovery of butterflies and the horrors that they foretell.
They foretell horrors.
One of the apocalypse beasts is a butterfly swarm. So the only time you guys have seen butterflies previously is in like a book talking about the apocalypse beasts.
Yeah, so Traxook's going to try and eat some.
Absolutely. Completely successful.
Eating
Tracksuit
things is Arthur's gig.
preternaturally fast and can jump around.
Does Arthur want to eat any?
No, but when you do think of the apocalypse beasts of butterflies, he is like, yes, we should track that thing down and eat some of its swarm. That would be delicious.
All right, sounds like a plan.
He spawns like a couple of little tentacles and rubs them together.
What would happen to you if you ate something from the apocalypse beasts?
You know the scene in Lord of the Rings where she's like, I would be beautiful and terrible?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happens. He goes like full red, which he pretty much is already, but he like goes full red, inverts sort of just red and black, and yes, I would be terrible, so powerful, nothing would be able to stop me. I mean us. It would be glorious. Or maybe I'd explode.
But what a way to go, hey?
He has like two rotating set of teeth that are like his mouth, and they just sort of whirl in his maw.
Kridi, if you ever
Mhm.
decide that you would like Natty to be like a bonded companion beast, just let me know. I'm happy to gift Natty to you.
I'm good, thanks. But I'll let you know.
Because I do think you're missing out, because having a buddy with a bond is pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till something cool comes along.
Would you eat a chocobo, Arthur?
Me?
Arthur.
Oh,
I eat a chocobo. No. I was thinking if they made a good enough song for him to care, but no.
I was just
They're
interested.
too much of a lesser creature for him to bother.
Oh yeah, I was just interested where he ranked them. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah. He's interested in eating a phoenix, though. Or at least a phoenix remnant.
That could give you awfully bad heartburn, though.
He'd be pretty excited about that.
I don't know if
This
Arthur has a
chocobo, as
heart.
a side note, would make a remnant. Like, this chocobo is powerful enough that it would create a remnant. Just.
Did we make a device?
Yes, you will arrive at Vice. I was just seeing if you wanted to do anything on the way, basically. But yes, after 2 days of travel in these immaculately maintained roads, you will actually run across, or well, you won't run across them, but you'll see some people pass you by on clouds at one stage. But unless you want to like interact with them in any way, they're busy and on business, so they sort of just fly past you. A squad of 6 people. And then, yeah, you'll arrive at Vice. As you approach Vice, sort of as you come over, the crest of a very gentle slope, and you can see Rise sort of off in the distance, you notice that it was becoming evening, but now it's the closer, as you start traveling towards the city, you notice that it's actually becoming day. And as you approach the city gates themselves, which look to be a beautiful man and a beautiful woman with linked arms, festooned in glorious golden robes, holding decanters of wine and with floating platters of food arranged around them. Yeah, it is now midday.
cool. That's not
It
it's
strikes
not
me
rotating whatsoever.
as a little bit weird that a city called Vice would make it constantly day rather than constantly night.
Fair enough. Do you say that?
I do.
Okay. Cogna says, I believe it's so people don't fall asleep.
Fair enough. Had they not invented window shades?
Oh, well, you can sleep here, but do you ever feel like it?
Don't know.
Fair
I
enough.
guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but like since you hit level 6, you guys only need to rest in the sense that you need to rest to get your spell slots back. and hit points.
Okay, we
Like,
don't need to rest
in
because we get
general,
tired.
yeah, you guys are just, you pretty much rest by existing. Like, you don't get muscle fatigue and stuff like that. You only rest to get your spell slots.
Can I say that rest by existing sounds like a new wave metal band?
Yeah, I mean, you could just meditate and you would, get rid of any sort of fatigue that you had. Sort of, yeah, normal fatigue, unless it's like real spiritual strain or something like that. Then you would need actual rest.
Maybe a metalcore band.
Yes. Anyway, you're met by some people. So there are these 3 people that rush up to greet you. They're each in sort of a unique, ridiculous outfit. One of them has these massive shoulder pads with like tassels. One of them has all these loops of sort of various colored rope all over like their clothes, and one of them is in what looks to be sort of monkly garb.
Okay.
Welcome to Vice. If you're looking for a place to stay, can I recommend the spiritual cleansing temples?
I don't know.
No,
Can you?
no, don't go there. You want to go to the Hanging Gardens. They're all
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
talking over each other.
Neither of those places sound very vicey.
Oh,
mean-
are you looking for Vice?
No,
Maybe you're interested to
I was
come
just
to.
I was just thinking, a city called Vice, that was what was on offer.
Everything's on offer in Vice if you know the right people.
Yeah, we don't know
Uh,
what's hanging in the gardens.
uh, well, maybe I could interest you in a stay at the Nautilus.
The shell.
It's the grandest voyage you'll ever be on.
There's no water around here, though, is there?
Just the
Yes.
fountains.
Ah.
It's a theme, you see. We've got like a shit. It'll be
Yep.
fun. Come to the Nautilus. You'll enjoy it.
You're really playing up your fucking what's the name?
Charisma 5.
Haven't you noticed
Being an abrasive teenager.
and Charisma 5, have you not noticed I do that just about every encounter? It's called role-playing Oz, you should look it up.
Pretty sure Lenza's got it down. It's okay. Do you guys
Well, why
want
don't
to
we?
all these people, or
Yeah, we appreciate it. Do you have like some tokens or something that you can give our friend here, and I'll just at a Cogna?
Huh.
And then if we decide, we'll double back.
they look at Cogna, and as they do so, they smile and they say, "Ah, my lord, yes, it is magnificent to see you in the city." They slowly back away. What fine travelers that you've brought. They all sort of are taking like now glances in the direction of you 4, and then they sort of turn and run away.
You have to scare them off. I'd say the Cogna.
Some people fear standing in the shade of such magnificence.
Why do people fear the shade? Shadows are cool.
Well, it's all sunshine here, isn't it? No one likes the shadows. No one likes it dark here.
Yeah. Åvna, you are having a Afanen, you are having a terrible time.
Ah, we need to buy.
Oh,
We
yeah,
need to buy
that would
Afanen a
be
parasol.
that would be
Yeah.
horrible.
Am I sunburnt?
It's not real sun, so no, you're not sunburnt. But your hair, even though it's still doing its like billowing sort of up into the air, smoke, hair, shadow thing, it just like your scalp kind of itches. You feel like people can see you, like you feel like people are looking at you, and you can't blend into the shadows.
I hate this place.
We need to get the emo assassin a umbrella.
We just need to use these stones and get out of here.
Nothing says fear me like walking down the street under a lacy parasol.
I'm sure we could find one that suits her heart.
Do you go looking for a lacy black parasol?
I think we should just for giggles.
I am king, so y'all can do whatever you want.
Can you make me a perception check? If another person's helping you, you'll have advantage. Or otherwise, people can roll their own perception checks. Just let me know if you're helping each other or, searching individually.
I'm not gonna make fun of, unless Afanen actually really wants to. I'm not going to contribute. Like, do you actually want an umbrella or?
Afanen wants nobody to ever look at them and to not exist.
A parasol is perfect then.
That's all they want.
You do not wish to be perceived.
Y'all talking about this parasol is too much perception, so they're just sulking.
You find a shop fairly quickly, actually. You do find a shop fairly quickly. Okay. And as you're sort of selecting a very nice parasol, another person, a little bit more powerful than you sort of sense, because as I've said, you have the ability to effectively sense people's ability.
Levels.
Yeah, basically.
We've got to get this one for Afanen, but make it black.
I don't know. It opens. That seems a flaw in the design.
But if it opens, it must also therefore close.
Close. Yeah, seems a little bit more powerful than you, but not as powerful as Cogna. Approaches with a absolutely fantastic parasol that they sort of sweep the one that you're buying to the side and say, "Oh, please allow it to be on the lords of the city. Here is a parasol."
Is it black?
It is black. It has what looks to be some kind of black bone handle. And yeah, it's got some kind of lovely mage cloth awning. Yeah,
On
looks
behalf
like
of
a
the
nice
lords of the
parasol
city.
folded up at the moment.
On the-
Yes, the three lords.
Why would they be giving us a parasol?
Why would we be giving you a parasol? Because we would love to welcome you to our town.
Oh,
Cogna. It's amazing to see you here. Has there been some kind of issue that we can help you with? We have been keeping the streets very clean.
Yeah, this is not about us.
Cogna
I'm getting
smiles.
this.
you've only just picked that up, Oz?
No, but I think some other people might not have.
Well, I will take the parasol and I'll give it to Afanen.
awfully generous of you guys, and you are doing a great job keeping this place clean too. Like, I haven't seen a single mouse or like scorpion here at all, and I saw scorpions all over the place where we just were. Like, literally, you couldn't walk into a room or pick up a sandal without finding a scorpion underneath it. It was really bad.
Afanen will take the parasol and open it and stand under it and continue to sulk.
Cool. As you open the parasol, a small dark cloud forms over the top of it and then spreads out over the top of you, blocking out the artificial light and creating an unnatural shadow that falls upon you.
Oh, I love it. This is the greatest gift anyone's ever given me. Does it have a name, or is it just called a shadow parasol?
Yep, Shadow Parasol is perfect. It has
Shadow
three
Soul.
charges. It has 3 charges, and you have used one of them. It's a nice little item. Yeah. All right. Cognar nods. The person nods in return, smiles, and says, "Well, I leave you to the pleasures of the city, unless there's anything that you need me for."
No, thank you.
Okay, then. They turn and leave. Briskly.
Well, how fortuitous. Alright, well. We probably should find a place to stay.
Hmm.
Where would you suggest, Cognar?
Oh, I think they're all pretty exciting. What sort of thing are you looking for? Do you like ships, water, seafood? Do you like beautiful gardens, stone, the floors that show true beauty, inner beauty, peace, quiet, serenity? Or
Very nice. Yes.
Somewhere where I can clean myself of all the dust and sand and grime of travel.
I mean, that seems like it'll be anywhere here, right?
all of them have magnificent baths.
Then pick one and we shall go there, I guess. I don't care for, fancy dress.
Yes, we can tell.
Well, the monks are kind of bland if you're trying to find things that are not all over the place. The hanging gardens are beautiful, truly. And if you're looking
Well,
for fine spirits, there is no greater place. But if you are
hanging
looking for
gardens
peace and tranquility,
hanging gardens will be fine. As long as they are actual gardens.
he just wanted to get the pitch in for each place. That's all.
I'm not here to do a tour guide. Look, it might be.
I can describe everything we walk past if you'd like, Kridi.
Interesting. My name's not Kridi, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I was purposely just directing it to Kridi because I figured it would annoy Kridi some. You made the offer, Åvna. I'm just trying to include everybody.
Of course.
And Afanen doesn't want to be seen, so
I don't know where Afanen's gone to. There just seems to be a black
It's
cloud
the
somewhere.
it's the only patch of shade in the entire area. There's like a 10-foot sort of area of shadow, and somewhere in there you assume Afanen is. No one can look directly at Afanen, but everybody knows exactly where Afanen is.
If
in
Afanen
the
was
shadow.
clever, he would set that up and then leave that area. So everyone thinks Afanen's in that shadow, but actually is somewhere else.
He's just
Exactly.
got a
We'll never
box
know for
and
sure
is
if I'm
walking
actually
around
there.
underneath a box.
Yeah, that would be the best way to avoid being noticed by making people think they're elsewhere. You know.
So what do other people think?
Look, I said I was keen for the their peace and quiet. Like that
Mhm.
seems nice.
The monks?
Oh no, that was before the Cognar was
Yeah. The
mentioning
monks are
something
the
about it.
tranquil people. They have like stone gardens and yeah. That's the tranquil place. They have like spa treatments and those sort of things.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
What about Rukka?
Rukka would like some place that is easy to sneak out of at night.
There is no night here.
Yeah, but there has to be like a night. It
Nope,
might not be
nope,
dark, but it'll still be night.
nope.
Just because it's all daytime doesn't mean it's not night.
I mean,
How
if
do
you
you
want to go
know?
to sleep, yeah.
Effectively, everything's in shifts, so they don't even call it like night or day or anything like that here. It's already
Some
kind
place
of
that's
nighttime.
easy to sneak out of. So I'm guessing the meditative place because everyone's going to be asleep there because it's so boring.
Okay, sure. Okay, you head to the temples. All right. These are a series of sort of little palace temple type of setup instead of a grand building of some kind or anything like that. These are sort of spaced out domiciles that have these beautiful manicured gardens with little bridges in between them and stone gardens that are, you're all able to work on or use your spirit arts to rearrange slowly. Yeah, you're welcome there. It is absolutely beautiful. There are um, all kinds of different baths here, spas, all kinds of treatments as well. And so, yeah, you can have a lavish, however many hours you want of relaxation at one of these resorts.
I mean, and how familiar would we be with like this kind of stuff? Probably not very, right?
Not at all. You've never seen something like this. Like this is even like the head of your clan would not live in this kind of insane opulence. Yeah.
I mean,
So
enjoy it while we
a
can.
week,
Sorry?
a week. Get to have like lots of pictures drawn of us doing all these amazing things. Take them back home. Show my older sisters, my dad. Look,
I think it's
you got it,
clear
mate.
one of the reasons why it's always daytime is to make people lose track of time, and you'll spend longer here than you actually had otherwise intended.
That's true.
I don't think we should stay here more than one sleep.
You don't want to try out the place. Like I don't either, but like
Not particularly. I don't think there's anything to be gained from this city. It has nothing that we need, and will just take up our time
I
and
mean,
potentially entrap us within its walls.
it's nice just to relax every now and then.
It is, but you
Like
can also relax elsewhere in a place which is not designed to use artifice to confuse oneself and entrap you in a place that's designed to take your money and your time. We won't get any information here, but we will lose precious resources. It's just one great big trap.
Well, why don't we make it? Do we have a spell that could tell us when to leave? That way we won't get trapped. Like
The
an
other thing,
anti-trap spell.
the other thing that can tell us when to leave is common sense, which is talking to you right now using my voice.
I
Yeah,
only
but
hear
that's not
you.
it's not very it's not very familiar to Rukka.
Yes,
I
because
can't
I
hear
am.
another voice talking like you. I only hear.
Yes, and I am the voice of common sense. This whole place, the reason it's daylight, the reason everything is so, opulent, is to entrap you, make you not want to leave. But we're not going to gain anything here. This isn't a font of knowledge. It's a font of avarice, of selfishness, of hedonism. There's nothing worthwhile within these walls.
I mean, we haven't been to many places yet, but
But it's pretty clear. Everyone here is trying to sell something. I mean, the damn city is called Vice, for God's sake. The information that we were going to get was at Ronan. The whole purpose was to go to Ronan, and we chose this way because it was supposed to be the quicker path.
quickest way. Yeah.
And as I mentioned previously, going through the city would slow us down immeasurably, even more so if you want to get sidetracked from every glittery stone and flashing light.
So why don't we rest at Kridi's boring place so that we regain all of those spell slots that we had to pay to come into this silly little kingdom, and then we stop at one or two places tomorrow. We ask some questions because even though they're what those big words that you used before type people, they may know something about how to get home.
They won't know anything. The information will be in repositories and fonts of knowledge, which are in Ronan, not here. I'm leaving tomorrow. You can come or you can stay.
I just said we should leave, but we should
I'm not going to go on any side quests for to have a look at anything that's glitzy, because that will drag you in further and you'll probably end up not wanting to leave, or something will sidetrack you so that you won't leave.
Yes, Mum.
No, as I said, I'm leaving. You can stay if you want. You yourself said you want to get home.
Oh, I just thought they might know some cool stuff. I understand what you're saying. I'm not arguing with you. We will leave tomorrow, but getting some extra spell slots might just make us feel a bit better.
We'll get that after one rest, won't we?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Don't need to go off on anything, but if you want to go and potentially get stuck in the city, that's fine. And if you guys want to go to the monastery area, I'll go there as well. Instead of the Hanging Gardens, we should all stay together.
Okay, cool. You'll head to the
does
monastery.
Afanen have a? I guess you just want to get out of the city as fast as possible, right?
I think Afanen is just hiding in the shadows and following you guys around. There's just like a small storm cloud following you guys.
Sucks.
Cool.
Sure. I mean, you don't need to rest. But yeah, you take a few, you sort of have some nice meditation. You spend some time in the spas and the showers, and I don't know, check out some of the things, eat at like one of the restaurants here. Um, the food is fine. It's uh not better than what you ate at Gateway. Um, yeah, but it is like probably the second best thing that you've ever eaten. Um,
Oh, our standards have gone way way up.
Yeah, you absolutely got Algernon pretty hard at Gateway. Yeah, and then sort of 6 to 8 hours later, you're not exactly sure. It's kind of hard to tell what time it is here, and you sort of notice that there are, yeah, there's no devices that like keep track of what the time is inside the town. You head out of town. As you head out of town, um, you on sort of like the opposite side of the gates. The gatehouse is actually a little bit hard to find. Like it's not like actively difficult when you're looking for it, but it's a very nondescript sort of way out of town, and it's sort of layered over so that you sort of have to walk through. You can't actually see out of the town from inside. And as you approach, there's a few guardsmen, and they have you place your hand upon a pillar and commit some levels worth of spells to the town.
Did that happen when we entered or just when we left?
Just when you left. Ice is the only town that charges you upon exit rather than entry.
Yep, makes sense.
As you exit, Cognar says, "Well, that was fun, but I am somewhat of a celebrity, especially in the South. If you would like to travel and experience the Empire by yourself, I can, head off to prepare things at home for you. Um, yeah."
It might help us just, asking some questions about people. But if you do go ahead of us, could you take this package that I need to deliver to Ronan and deliver it for me?
I,
I'm more of a cleaner than a messenger, but
we can. Not gonna be
sure.
that late.
That'll be good.
Yeah. So I guess I'll meet you guys at the capital then.
Sure.
Indeed. See you
Alright.
there.
And Cognar will sort of step away from you, and you see he sort of rapidly moves off. In that, like every step he takes sort of covers a good chunk of distance.
Well, I guess we're now heading towards Eastern Gate Bridge.
All right, you guys head to Eastern Gate Bridge. The side of Eastern Gate Bridge that you reach, you do sort of enter into like a more wooded area, and here you will come across sort of more timber spirits who are harvesting branches that have like fallen to the ground of these magnificent, massive, uh, sort of blood red barked trees. Yeah, so you see some of those being harvested, and you sort of notice that these are, yeah, quite powerful trees. You think sort of, level 4-ish type material has some value to make items. Um, yeah, and you walk through that sort of area. There's like a sort of big gathering operation going on. Not that you see much being gathered. It's not like they're constantly picking up branches, but you can see that like when a branch does fall, it is picked up, which happens a few times as you sort of pass through, and you come to, yeah, the Eastern Gate Bridge. This side of the bridge is just a guarded bridge. There's a bunch of those stone citadel guys here, and the bridge itself, as you approach it, is made out of what looks to be. Actually, make me an Arcana check if you would like to try to work out what the bridge is made out of.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'll just tell you what it looks like if you fail.
Made of stone.
Yeah, made of stone.
Yep. That's what Rukka thinks. Actually, Rukka might think it's made of paper mache.
Rukka is blinded by the bridge.
Rukka,
Rukka's like, I can't look at it. It
majesty.
hurts. It hurts too much to look at. The bridge is made out of condensed light in some way. It seems to have been light that is frozen. Yeah, but it's like hard light that you see like people are traveling over the bridge.
Okay, no worries, Kaylee.
Oh,
Lost Kaylee,
Have
have we?
any
no, that's
fun.
fine. We'll call it anyway. I think.
Yeah, I think it's
About here, we're crossing into Eastern Gate Bridge, and the plan is to travel to the capital of Ronan, and then
Yes.
from there, the plan I believe is to get an airship and take it home.
I mean,
Once
essentially.
we know where we're going,
and
yes.
Figure out what we're doing, and then figure out how we're going to get an airship to do that. Because I
Okay,
feel like they're not just going to give us one to do so.
they are not. They don't have a whole lot of airships.
Yeah,
either.
so we'll have to probably do something.
Yes. Well, yeah. Or Cognar would have to call into like some serious favors, but you know,
Yeah,
he would
but I'm
probably want
sure.
something for that. So, look, he's being Cognar's been endlessly helpful so far. So you know, at some stage, you're sure he's going to, you know, drop you a
Ferryman
few
will
or
ask for
whatever he
his fee.
does. Yeah. You'll find out what he wants. I mean, you sort of know what he wants. But
He
yeah,
wants us to be the apprentice.
Yeah.
well, he wants you to be. Yeah, he wants you to be as good as him. Is what he wants. He wants some other a game legends to step it up. Everybody here who's like as powerful as him is old. He's looking for some young blood. Yeah, okay, good. Well, I'm glad that we got to play the game. We move into the Empire. That's good.
Yes.
Things will start ramping up again. People can gain XP. What a lovely difference that will make. So yes, excellent.
Cool.
Will.
Thank you for running that. That was fun.
I am a bit ashamed that we didn't explore Vice a bit more, but that's okay.
You can go back. You didn't have to listen to me.
Yeah, well, you kind of made an ultimation of like, I'm gonna leave without you, Huff.
Well, only because it was obviously a trap.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to take part in like the fighting games or, the games of chance or the tournaments. It doesn't matter.
Do you
They're
know how
just
many
there.
things you guys have missed in the valley? Fuck.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Were there 3 factions? Yeah.
You missed virtually all the cool levels of the tower in Valley. So deal
Look,
with it.
we thought we were going to die of starvation, and then
Yeah.
we were fine.
Yeah,
But this was
that wasn't
freaked out. There was like a
the-
moment where we freaked out, and that was when we were just like, "It's a hard run. We've got to go. We've got to
Yes,
go."
this is true.
yeah, the tower was not a friendly place to be in. I'm gonna be honest. If you really wanted to
Yeah.
explore it, you should have had a bit more of a, like Vice's approach to it.
No, absolutely not. But okay,
I feel like actually, if we came across Vice's approach to the tower, we wouldn't have trusted it whatsoever.
Åvna has a wisdom of
See you,
20.
Kaylee.
And,
See you later.
see you, Kaylee. Åvna has a wisdom of 20 and a charisma of 5. She knows when something's bad, and she's just like, well, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
No, it was good. It's good. I'm keen to see what happens to the Empire because I feel like we're going much more away from everything can be solved by fighting kind of wasteland type vibes to this is political shit everywhere instead.
Yeah, but in the end, political shit can always be solved by overwhelming violence.
It just
I'll be interested to see if you
bigger
bother
bigger
to
army
try
diplomacy.
anything else.
they're the same thing. They're the same thing. Violence is just an extension of politics.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I don't know. In Ripple, the brief Ripple is like, I would like there to be lots of factions. Okay. I'd like there to be a lot of like secret stuff going on. Okay. Meanwhile, we run into a secret organization. What do they want to do? Kill some people? Okay, cool. We're gonna go kill some people. Okay. So
Yep.
hey.
I'm going to stop the recording now. That was